What is up? So I got some unicorn games for you today. I think I'm gonna do 3 unicorn games in this video. So yeah, I know the patch has been out for a while, and I haven't really done a unicorn video, and I've been trying to grind so I could do a video like this. In this video, I'm gonna go over 3 games and just kind of talk about my thoughts on the new iteration of unicorn. And at first they were kind of negative. I never really thought the new patch was bad. It was just I thought the old patch was good. But I would say now the pack feels a lot more fluid. It feels a lot better to play. Um, so after spending some time with it, I think I really like it. I think I like it more. At least in terms of like how healthy the pack is, I like it more. It definitely I don't know if it's more viable than the last one, but that's mainly because there was like a few lines in the last pack that were so absurd. There's no counterplay. And this, you feel like you can be counterplayed more, but it doesn't feel like you're always doom rolling, and that's a huge plus. But yeah, this game, Tatsworm's a tier 3 now. He kind of goes hard this game. Egg Start, pretty good with him. I'll sit Brain Cramp. Brain Cramp was always good. But now that you're not like forcing Mermal and forcing Worf, like you're not forcing tier 1s like you used to, Brain Cramp feels a lot better. Some things about the pack I don't like while we're here is Kraken. I think Kraken's the only thing. He got hit with a 5% nerf to his damage, and he also became a feint instead of a starter battle. And I think he didn't deserve the double whammy like that. And I like to make starter battle mainly because it's interesting that Armadillo was good counterplay to him. I think that was pretty healthy for the pack. High that round, surprisingly. But yeah, it was. What's an interesting thing about playing against Unicorn, I started noticing when I was playing pack 2, is like things like Frigate Bird and Whale Shark, normally kind of bad pets, just felt super good into the matchup. And even with the old pack 5, last patch's pack 5, Armadillo was like a great counter to the pack because Kraken was so good, but Armadillo was just the perfect counter. But yeah, now that's just gone. So Armadillo's kind of back to being useless into the every matchup, other than like if you had Scorp or a super specific line. But otherwise, I think everything else is better. Like a lot of builds are back. It's kind of going to be the main point of today's video. Is I'm going to go over these 3 games. Are going to go over Empire Bat, Nessie, and Chimera, all of which in the original iteration of Unicorn were extremely busted pets, and then they got a little over nerfed, to be honest, and now they're going to be kind of back. Now I think Nessie might still be too strong, but I think the pack is definitely healthier. The Nessie might be the strongest of the 3. Not even Nessie per se. I think it's the Yeti buff. Like Nessie's not that crazy without Yeti, but once you start getting the Yetis, it's a little absurd. Tatsworm though, if you can hit the levels on the Tatsworm, get some good jump pets in front of it, or even like the level 3 Sneaky Egg, it's pretty good. It's like pretty decent tempo. They also changed how it works, so it always hits the first enemy, and it doesn't multiply by level. It's only doubled if they're level 3. But yeah, the pack kind of good. I'm a big fan. Yeah, we're gonna get some Yetis this game, and once the Yetis get online, it'll become a little noticeable how strong Nessie is. But even this game, the Nessie's not even that crazy. You know, it's like they're on lethal. I've been tempoing them out, and they're the ones who are going tempo. They do have a worm, but at the same time they have dog, turkey, sheep, and deer. I said sheep, I'm a hedgehog. But yeah, all these things used to be kind of troublesome, but now not as much. You see there we hit the Yeti. That's why I've been liking Quetzalcoatl just for that reason. Get another tier up, especially when you have a life lead. Yeah, we're probably going to lose or tie this round. Yeah, we just lose. But that's fine. The thing about Nessie and Werewolf, you can kind of just set up to kill them. Which is what I'm planning on doing. Like, I have the life. they have a lot of tempo. The only scaling they have is Monkey. I'm not too concerned. My plan is basically to get this Nessie, get my board set up to where Nessie can just be a 50-50, and then I win. That's ideally a plan. Right now, we're not close, but with more Yetis, you'll see we'll get closer and closer. Yeah, and with the more Yetis, it's easier to find more Nessies. Yeah, I'm gonna take a Cerberus here, just because I like the Statzelworm. Also, to help deal with this chili, I'm gonna keep the Quetz around. It'll put this Statzelworm over the chili range, or over double chili range. That's pretty good. Only at 14-14 now. Yeah, now they have a lot of scaling, so I need to get my my Kill 'em Now build assembled, which will probably be next turn, because I'll have all the Yetis from next turn. And I really want to find my Nessie level up soon. I'm kind of just hard rolling for that. I'm also kind of just hoping maybe this is good enough to win. Let's see. That's a 30-30. Not enough yet. Oh, we did tie that fight. So we're definitely getting closer. We're going to have way more rolls now. Oh, and we get the Nessie level. That's kind of all we wanted. Taking this Yeti's probably a mistake. Probably just rolling 4 times is better. Maybe not. Maybe I got enough rolls to get it to 50-50. Oh, we're close. But yeah, that was definitely the play, just to keep rolling. Or we'll roll once more. I guess this is fine. Doesn't really matter. We win. But yeah, once you can get the Nessie to 50-50 with the Yetis extremely well. But yeah, I've been kind of on a tear with this pack. You know, on my match history, I think I got only 4 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, been on a tear. Let's go to Chimera build next. Fast forward through the early game a little bit. Yeah, I've been really liking Bunyip. Another starting pets I really like are Baku and Bush, or as I like to call them, George W. They're like Boo Bird in a way. You know, they're just a tier 1 pets that can scale stats. And you can put stats on Bunyip, you can put stats on Barghest. Barghest is really good again. He's kind of like a weird way of having a 3-3, and he synergizes super well with Mothman. And Mothman's kind of like the dog of this pack now. He can just be extremely good tempo with his temp stats. But I still think Bunyip, best buff target tier 1, just because he has so much base stats. Don't remember exactly what happens this game. Yeah, I'm just buying more Bunyips. I think Bunyip is the only pet in the pack. Bunyip and Barghest, I kind of like the apple with upside. Also, I've really been liking Mana Hound, because Mana Hound, I almost called him Cali Greyhound and Gargoyle at the same time. Mana Hound and Gargoyle, really good together. Especially if you can find a bunch of attack stats on your Mana Hound. You can just get like a 15-30. It's kind of absurd. Playing this round is pretty nice. Now we can stack our Bunyips. Just kind of roll for levels. I think tier 4s are really good. Unicorn is so good now, especially when you have George W in the game. Like, he's basically an early monkey. You just have to commit 2 board slots to it, or you just have to hit wall chickens, which isn't really different than what it used to be. But here, it's almost always Cyclops, but I really wanted to try Chimera line, and I have the Mana Hound. Though I do only have 1 Mana Hound, so it's not great. But yeah, we just be rolling. Rolling is tempo on this line. Yeah, the roll build is also back, more so than Nessie, but I'm going to save that for a whole different video itself. The roll build is kind of nuts right now. The things you can do with Ouroboros is crazy, but I'm going to make that its whole own video. The Ouroboros never was a guy, and now I'm fairly certain it's safe to call him a guy. He is one of the best, maybe one of the best pets in the pack. I've had games with Ouroboros where I just take him in like turn 7 and set up for him. I imagine if you hit a Quetzalcoatl early, you could just pivot into an Ouroboros line. The thing is nuts. Always take a rock. We want more mana. What this board really wants is a Kitsune. No Kitsune. Probably just take Werewolf. Yeah, we have a life lead. I think if you have a life lead, Werewolf's always good. I do hit Rhino. Kind of scary for our board. Our board is very Rhinoable. Yep. We get gunned down. It happens. We are just setting up. Yeah, I decided to get rid of the Mana Hound. Because I want the Clops. Find the Chimera. Find another Chimera. I might just... Sometimes I like to greed roll for another Clops, but definitely not on turn 9. You just want to find another chocolate. But yeah, I definitely want to get that thing to level 3. Then I want to find a Kitsune to put all the mana back onto him. And I get everything. What a beautiful opening shop. Yeah, I'm just going to take everything here. Take the Kitsune. I might even skip these. I don't even really super need them on this board. But yeah, I'll porridge that. Lock that. Yeah, because if Kitsune dies, we just lose. So, plan is just to drink me liquid that. Keep him safe. We got 3 12-21 spawns with a 4 damage snipe on the last one. That's pretty good. Not as good as it used to be, but it's definitely good again, for sure. And we're going to get our Werewolf this turn. I'm really just greed rolling with Cyclops. Kind of no need. I like taking the Ambrosia on the Werewolf, especially when I've had it a couple turns, because they might try to scorp me. But they don't need to, really, so they don't. God, 3 11-20s just clears through their board. It's crazy, like the amount of stats this thing can put out. You kind of really need the Kitsune, but it is only a level 1 Kitsune and a level 1 Rock and a level 1 Cyclops, I guess, doing that. Pretty absurd. Here I have a sick way to get some mana. I take the Amalgamation, get mana on the Rock, take the Behemoth, get mana on the Behemoth. So that's 8 more mana. That's going to go to my Chimera now. This thing should be humongous. Yeah, 26 mana gives us 3 16-29 drops, and they just clear through the rest of his board. Alright, now to the final game. Last but not least, my boy, my favorite pet. Not my favorite pet in the game, but my favorite pet in the pack. He's back, the Vampire Bat. Vampire Bat is definitely good. If you have Frostwolf or Visitor, Vampire Bat can go absurd. Because if you hit level 3 Vampire Bat, this is without a Manticore, you can make Vampire Bat shoot for 24 damage on Visitor Icky units. Or if you have Frostwolf, you can make it shoot for 17, I believe. And then if you get Manticore, the numbers go even higher. I've yet to get a Vampire Bat and Manticore line on this patch, but surely it'd be good. But yeah, here's George W. I really like George W. with the Baku. Look, it's just stats. Pretty good. Oh, this is against Duricop. He's on my team this season. He's our hero. We love Duricop so much. I also really like the stat change to Griffin. I don't take Griffin here, but it being a 5-4 base stat is pretty solid. It means like he's not bad tempo to be just hold him on these next 2 rounds. Then you can sell him and get your gold on turn 9. Pretty good. Yeah, Duricop makes a mistake this game that I think's been a mistake in a Unicorn for a while, and it's keeping your Badger. This pack can exploit Badger really hard, and as you know, it's a Vampire Bat game, so this Badger is gonna get done dirty. Get to put our health stats. I think it's probably still better to put the health stats on the Bush than the Bigfoot. Bigfoot is one of my always buy tier 2s now. He's just money, and there's so like the roll build's so good. Having a Bigfoot really never hurts. But probably didn't have to stat him here. Could have just kept statting Bush in case I hit Unicorn. Because if you hit Unicorn, you're keeping Bush for a while. We get a Clops, which is fine. Clops is pretty good. It's crazy that like this game becomes a the vampire bat game because it looks like currently my board is not set up for it at all. I didn't even hit an early unicorn, but somehow we manage. It was a tough call between this game and another game I had. I had two really good vampire bat games on my match history, but decided to go with this one because it's got dairy on it, and we love dairy. Yeah, here I'm just going to take a wall chicken. I still like the idea of setting this mana hound. This is the kind of game I thought I might go for a mana build. Still haven't found the level on the mana hound, which kind of sucks, but decided to front him for better breakpoints. Hopefully it gets me there. Yeah, it's not gonna be close. Our board kind of is poopy right now, but it's fine. Believe it or not, we are scaling ever so slightly. And with the Cyclops on your board, anything's possible. I think Cyclops is kind of buffed. He's got no trigger limit on mana now. I think it's pretty good. Oh, there's the Vampire Bat. It's so crazy I take this Vampire Bat. Right? I think I take this Vampire Bat just because he has Badger. And I'm hoping, if I can just level to a Visitor, it would get me there. Even now, just one Visitor would be pretty good. Even a Frostwolf would be good right now. But unfortunately, we don't get it. So we're going to put our fate in Mana's hands. Hope a good Mana Snipe can get us there this fight. This Vampire Bat was a wild take, but it does somehow work out. Do snipe the Hippo. But yeah, it's not even close to enough. We really, really need to find Visitor. You find Unicorn, that's pretty good. Maybe we Ambrosia Mana Hound, because I'm going to be putting all the George W. stats onto the Vampire Bat. At least that's what I think I should do. Yeah, I do. Nope. No Visitor, unfortunately. The preemptive Vampire Bat is kind of weird. I probably wouldn't try this at home. I'll hope for good Mana Snipes. Not great. Lose another fight. Oh, we finally get the Visitor. Now, do I chocolate the Visitor or the Vampire Bat? Let's go for the Vampire Bat. I'd rather just try to one-tap the guy in the front. I'm unsure about this Unicorn this game. He does have 6 lives, so I probably should go for it. But I think I end up skipping it. And it works out, but I'm not sure if it was correct. But yeah, we insta-sniped that Badger for 16, and our Vampire Bat got so huge because of it. He gets health based on the damage he does, so getting the double from the Visitor is super nice. Yeah, I do have an Ambrosio, which would, kind of messes up my whole Unicorn 2 angle. So I think I end up just deciding not to go for the Unicorn level. I also have Bush scaling anyways. But yeah, getting a GB and buying the Unicorn probably would have been fine. Yeah, somehow we managed to win that fight. The Vampire Bat went so hard. Let's see, yeah, sell Bush. George W. I might go Evil Book here because we have the Visitor. It seems kind of good. Yep. I've really been liking Visitor lines. Just Ambrosia or Vampire Bat. It's going to block the book damage. We freeze this Quetz to maybe just level our Mana Hound, which I think is fine. With this Mana Hound, we could still just buy a random Serpent. We have 2 board slots available. We popped his Coconut with the Evil Book. Vampire Bat was too huge for him to trade. We do need to find more attack on this Vampire Bat soon. Let's see. Freezing the other book. Double chocolate. I decided to just say fuck it and go for the Vampire 3 level. That way we can get even more damage out of our Visitor. Yeah, I just sell Quetz and go for it. And then we can cycle another Bad Dog next turn. Seems good. Yeah, we're doing tons of damage. Vampire Bat's still surviving. This thing's crazy, how much value I'm getting out of it. We can go back to Evil Book. I could probably even afford to go Pandora's, but I don't think it's necessary. It's not worth the risk at this point. Decided to put some stats in the visitor so he can't like trade me with the tier 1 unit on it. Go amalgamation, which seems a little crazy, but let me slow down these last few fights. I think this amalgamation gets me breakpoints. Yeah, we snipe everything. Great one comes out. He still gets the amalgamation buff, which puts this guy into range. Yeah, normally he wouldn't have been in range and we would have tied that round, but amalgamation got us there. Kind of wild to think about. So yeah, we might end up selling unicorn. Probably just, yeah, take the phoenix. Do either cornucopia or chocolate phoenix right away. Go for cornucopia. Hit mushroom. That's pretty good. Yeah, but don't even care for the chocolate. I probably should have chocolated the phoenix, but they're unlethal. They level 2 dragon. I'm looking for max tempo to kill. Just gonna buy a mana potion. It's a 6 damage snipe, and if it hits a visitor target, it's a 12 damage snipe. So that's fine by me. Let's watch this fight. We do get skunked on the vampire bat, which is actually kind of nice, because now he's back up to 50 health. That's pretty good. It's a great one. Does give him the book, or does give him the coconut. And then we have a mana snipe that misses, but this mana snipe won't. Yeah, and then this guy's just going to be able to trade. And we still have a back phoenix with mushroom, and we win. Yeah, I think the pack's good. And these are just 3 builds that used to be good and now are good again. But there's definitely more builds than these 3. The old unicorn kind of suffered of having like 3 lines, it being XP line, and then element line with unicorn high roll, and then like the Armageddon Kraken build. But now there's definitely a ton of different lines you can go for. The pack feels pretty fluid again, which is I think how all packs should. Like, you shouldn't be hard forcing things for a pack to be good. There should just be a bunch of good options or good enough options. And that's definitely how the pack is feeling right now. I've been having pretty good success with it so far. It's definitely a lot harder than it used to be. But I think it's fun. I think it's worth learning. It might even be viable. I'm pretty sure it's viable. I might pull it out in some SAP Summit sets, since now my sets are best of 11. I'll have some wiggle room to try it. But yeah, expect to see it. Alright guys, if you liked the video, maybe subscribe. Have a good one, everybody.